Hello there. Sorry, I was wrestling my microphone stand because it was eating my mic cable. I cannot express how tired I am right now. Like, truly exhausted. It's been a strange couple of days for sure. And it's going to be a strange month. Or maybe more, who knows. Because I will be doing more work than I would like to. Outside of work. I have to take care of the house now. But yeah, basically why I didn't stream yesterday was had a little family emergency that my mom had to go be there for with her family. It seems things are all right, so hopefully she's not gone for too long, but she will be staying for a little while to just spend time with family, I guess. All right, microphone cable, please behave yourself. But it does mean she will be gone for a while, which makes things harder for me because I've got to take care. I basically got to do her duties while she's gone. All right, microphone stand. You're about to be retired. I swear. I had a little snack here that I wanted to finish, but it's like loud. So hold on. Okay. I still need to decide if I want to be on camera today. I kind of don't feel like it, but fuck it. I'm just so tired. And I need to relax. Oh, God. It's been... I mean, despite, like... Now that I've got more work to do. Today I'm just exhausted. I guess I couldn't sleep. I don't know. You've been saying that for the last 2 years. So retired dad stop complaining about the stand. I believe I have been complaining about this microphone stand for about 2 years now. It's still holding up. It's just like sometimes it doesn't want to stand up. Is it like, oh, it's hitting the desk. That's why it's not level. Idiot. All right. What are we doing? I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't remember what we were doing last time. We're in Hushed River Valley. Right. Day 52. So we're doing the Polaroids of the Apocalypse challenge. We're continuing that, I guess. The challenge requires me to collect all the Polaroids in the game. Not the ones that are part of the tails, obviously. The ones that are tied to the vistas, and map the vistas related to them. And then use the camera and take pictures of specific locations in each region so that I can then like turn those into picture frames essentially, and put those picture frames in the camp office and then have all of those photos on the same wall. This does require woodworking tools in the camera, so it does require the expansion. Right now we're in the middle of a Hushed River Valley. I think I'm basically done. I just need to take the map the vista and then we can leave. Hold on, I have apple. Oh. What a piece of cord. Wait, flute guy? the flute guy came back. I remember that from years ago. There was a flute guy that like played a song, and people were complaining about it because the guy was white, clearly, and they were saying cultural appropriation, but also, shut up. The guy apparently spent many years learning that instrument. It wasn't like a, you know, standard flute. It was just people reacting shittily for no reason. There was another flute guy. I apparently did not see that. Honestly, because I was behind on the show, like watching it, like that gave me an excuse to fast forward through certain parts of it, like musical performances and certain game trailers I just did not care for. Like, I kind of wish that they would say what the game is at the beginning of the trailer, so that way I know I do or don't need to pay attention. Because 90% of the trailers I just did not care for. Like, I wish I knew what it was so that I can just not pay attention. Honestly, I was really not... I was underwhelmed. I was whelmed. Not underwhelmed. I was whelmed. I was not overwhelmed or underwhelmed. I was just whelmed. Like, there was nothing that really, you know, besides Resident Evil 9, I guess. Nothing really caught my attention. Nothing really surprised me. I don't know. This year just felt like a little... I don't want to say a dud, but like... I don't know. It definitely wasn't like last year, where we had Black Frost announced, obviously. Requiem was announced. I don't even remember what else was announced last year, but last year was pretty epic. This year... I think the only thing I really cared for was Requiem. Gang of Dragons, I did see that, and that was like suspiciously similar to Yakuza, and then I realized I learned online that the studio is founded by the guy that started Yakuza. He created the Yakuza franchise, and I guess he got ousted at some point. I think it might have been around the third game. Or I don't remember. So I remember reading something about like one of the creators or producers or whatever. The franchise got ousted at some point, maybe by Capcom, which is unfortunate. Or not Capcom, Sega. Keep forgetting. Different companies. They ousted the original creator. I think Nagoshi. Yeah. So he's creating Gang of Dragons, which looks eerily similar to Yakuza. It might even be the same engine. He might be licensing the engine because it looks exactly like the art style of the most recent Like a Dragon games, Yakuza games, whatever. I guess they're called Like a Dragon now. Because I guess as the franchise has gone on, it has less and less to do with the Yakuza. And so like it makes more sense to call it Like a Dragon. Which translates to Yakuza, apparently. That's just the English translation. But yeah, Gang of Dragons just looks like a Yakuza adjacent game. I don't know if it's canon. It looks like it's gonna take place in the main city from the franchise, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. I'm not entirely sure. I'm excited for it. I kind of want to see what's going on with that, because if it's a Yakuza-like, then it's gonna be good. But it's not by RGG, the studio that makes that franchise. I'm gonna need water. The duck game. Yeah, I kind of want to get the duck game now. What's it called? Duck Off? Escape from Duck Off? Because it's a PvE extraction shooter, and that sounds right up my alley. Because fuck PvP. I hate PvP. There's a reason why I play PvE on the only... One of the... sorry. There's a reason why I play PvE on... what's it called? Duckside? And it's like one of the only... a handful of PvE servers, which is really unfortunate. And the game is also dead. Makes you wonder what the hell is going to happen with that game. I think people are just tired of the PvP extraction shooters. I say that, and then Arc Raiders won an award last night for multiplayer game. I think it was a multiplayer game. Yeah, I think it was best multiplayer game, which they totally deserve because that game looks sick as hell. But I just don't like the PvP aspect. It's the reason why I stopped playing DayZ, like, actively. I think more companies need to embrace the PvE extraction idea. No Law. I don't remember No Law. See, that's the thing. I was whelmed. Like, I don't remember anything from last night, really. Except for the few games that actually piqued my interest. Like, I don't remember what No Law is. I kind of like Toxic Commando. Which is basically a World War Z / Left 4 Dead game. Style game, I guess. We can go now, I guess. Right, we can't do safe house in here. They should have just called it another fucking zombie game. That would have been so hilarious. I would have bought that. Because they use that as like a tagline, I guess, in the trailer. It's another fucking zombie game. Dude, we should petition them to change the name of the game. Another fucking zombie game. That would be so much better. What was that one game where you're fighting like no, you're not fighting clones. You're fighting like aliens, but you're like a clone. So every time you die, you come back as a clone, essentially, of the person you were. What was that one called? That one actually kind of looked cool. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Redfall, but like if Redfall was a good game. That's what it was giving. It was giving Redfall, but Redfall if it was good. Battlefield Friends? What is that? I think I might just zoned out on most of those trailers. Okay. I can make Bannox, right? Oh yeah, look at that. Exodus, yes. Who was that made by? I'm trying to remember. Exodus. Oh, that was the guy that made Left 4 Dead. Yeah, and J.J. Abrams. I remember that. Yeah, J.J. Abrams, his studio's teaming up with the guy that made Left 4 Dead, the original, by the way. To make Exodus. That was pretty sick. I did like that trailer. I like the concept too. Think we got time? I think we got time considering there's a blizzard. Not knowing the best cartoon on YouTube? I don't know what Battlefield Friends is. I didn't grow up watching cartoons on YouTube. Remember, I'm an old man. Basically. Methinks this blizzard isn't gonna end right away. I wish I'd seen more coal in here. I don't recall seeing that much. Watch out for the lens flare. Yeah. Is he known for that? I don't really know, because like I don't really watch movies. Am I gonna be blinded the moment I walk in? I start playing the game. the Badger, the whatever it was called, the Badger game looked kind of cute. Not a game that I would play, but a game that I'd probably watch someone play. Oh, there we go. What else was there? Ooh, I mean, again, I'm all about the Resident Evil now. But yeah, the Requiem details were so cool. I'm so excited for that. It's looking like it's going to be a hybrid of the best gameplay styles in the franchise, which is like the RE7/RE2, you know, like back to the survival horror roots, essentially, but a more modern version of it with the third-person view. And the Resident Evil 4 action style that Leon had in his game. Very excited for that. Cannot wait. Oh, right. Water. Oh, shit. Yeah, very excited for that game. Who could not be excited for that game, especially if they're a fan of the franchise? You got the Badger game on your wish list? Got it. What's it called? Yeah, the chainsaw part was kind of cool. Definitely a callback to the chainsaw enemies. Bradley the Badger, there we go. So I wonder if they're just done with the Winterses. Because, like, Resident Evil 8 ended with it saying that, it's the end of Ethan's story, but Rose's story, you know, will begin, essentially. But Rose's story was just, like, DLC? Is that the end of the Winters' arc? I'm not saying that I would say no to a game where Rose was the protagonist or a protagonist, but it's just kind of weird how they just ended it. Like, that's it. We're done. The Winterses are gonna go fuck off to who knows where. And I guess technically that DLC is like the furthest in the timeline. Do you think this blizzard's gonna end? Methinks the blizzard isn't gonna end. Anyways. Make a coffee. Let me make a couple coffees. Take a little nappy nap. Lego Batman? Yeah, that looked kind of cool. It just looked like a mishmash of all the different movies. Christ almighty. Where am I again? I think I'm above the waterfall. Okay, because that's why I had the headache, because I needed to climb the rope. That's what I did last time. Where are my maps? Because I think the only thing I need now... Words? I need to map the vista. So first I need the map for the region. Then the map for the cave system. First, let me verify I've got both Polaroids. Yes. Okay, so we just need to map then. And that is up there. So if
What's your name again?
Big Mouth Flick.
God damn it.
Better catches. Sit down. Cousin, Nico. That's it, Nico. Not Big Mouth Prick. You funny guy.
I try.
Okay. Okay, so we're next to the cave we need to take. Okay, so we're gonna go right, all the way right. Okay, back in we go. Ooh, it's spooky in here. I hope a scaly wolf doesn't get me. Kinda wish I could warm these up, but it doesn't matter that much. Nope. I have auto walk on. Hold on. I'm so tired. Daniel, I will admit the Game Awards was alright except for one game I didn't like. What game didn't you like? Let's see what game Daniel didn't like so that I can buy it and play it on stream. I'm kidding. Stick to the right. Ooh, methinks I've been here before.
This will come in handy.
Oh, I haven't. This is... Wait. I might have dropped that, but that's 53%. That's not normal. That's certainly not normal. I forgot what it's called. I'm gonna ban you. Well, now he doesn't want to say because then we'll either make fun of him for it or I'll buy it and then we'll play it on stream. Okay, I haven't been over here yet then. This should be like a little dead end. Maybe with a loot cache? Well, kind of. Skipping High Guard, I'm not a fan of Apex, and it was... You've got to understand. It's the developers of Titanfall and Apex. When they made Apex, they had no choice. It's the Titanfall part that you should be more excited about, not Apex. Just because they made it doesn't mean that that's what the game's gonna be about. I guess we can take that to burn. Bedroll we don't need. I'll see if I need this, but I don't think so, right? No, yeah, that's ass. What was that? What did I pick up? Crutches. I'll hold on to them. Book to burn. Okay. Don't need antibiotics.
I could use this.
No. Coal? Anna, welcome. How are you doing? You're very excited? Jesus. For... Sora's enlighten me. I think it was some sort of D&D game. Why are you... What? Warlock? You don't like the Warlock game? The D&D game? Why not? What's wrong with you? What's up with the D&D? What's up with the D&D hate? Diventi game... That Diventi game looked wild. I'm gonna ban you. Divinity... And that wasn't even gameplay. That was just a cutscene, and I guarantee it's not going to resemble the game. But I am very excited for that Divinity game, just because it's Larian, and Larian, it's pretty cool. Oh, this fog wasn't here before. Why don't you like the Warlock game? What's wrong with it? It's just a D&D game. I'm well. How are you, sir? I'm doing okay. It's been a rough week. But I'm doing okay. No, not Warlock. Oh my god. It was called Warlock D&D, or it was under the D&D brand. It's basically in the same universe as Baldur's Gate 3. Ooh, Woodwright's bow. Kinda gotta bring it, but I can't put myself to leave behind this.
That'll come in handy.
Oh yeah, the Returnal sequel looked kind of cool, but I'm not into those games. Wait. Oh, I think I'm thinking of Control. What's Returnal? I don't know what Returnal is. You know what I'm not excited for? The new The Forest game. Oh, fuck me. Thank you, and I appreciate it. Wait, which D&D are you talking about? There was only one D&D game talked about. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what Returnal is. I have no idea. Why don't I just pull up a list of all the games? Yeah, the Forest 3 was, or Forest 3. Not excited about that. That looks horrible. Like, that is such a weird jump. Why even call it the Forest at that point? That should be an entirely separate franchise. Thanks, IGN. Okay. Oh yeah, the new Star Wars game. No, I don't care about that. Can't. Why does there have to be like every trailer listed? Can I just get a list? Thank you, Reddit. I appreciate that. Audio Mac, Bradley the Badger, Decrepit, Escape from Duckov. Well, that one's already out, but it's a DLC. Guild Wars 2 DLC, Pragmata, Solasa 2, Stupid Never Dies. I didn't get the whole point of that game at all, because like it was like a musical trailer essentially. It was just the two characters singing, and I don't know. And then it showed gameplay. It was weird. Dunkrat, the Free Shepherd. Oh my god, that was so adorable, little doggo. It's not a game I would play, but it's a game that I would probably like watching. TXKO, 2XKO. I think that's like a fighting game. For Loop. What was that one about? For Loop. Well, I guess I can pull up the IGN article. Gosh darn it. Hold on. Since we didn't get to do this yesterday, I kind of feel bad, but that's fine. Oh, the Lara Croft, the Tomb Raider game looks kind of cool. Tomb Raider games, 2 of them. That was a surprise. I honestly thought the Tomb Raider the franchise was about to go under, but look at this. They're shoving the ad everywhere. God damn. Control Resident. That's what I was thinking of. Control Resident looked really cool. Sorrows, is that what you're talking about? I'm not a fan of this like, it's been happening for a decade now. It's like it's nothing new. I don't like when you get like a really popular voice actor, not to like knock Raul Collier down or anything, but like I don't like games that model the character after the voice actor. I think that takes me out of the game a little bit. Call of Duty's been doing it for like a decade, and I don't like it. I think the first one was, I think it was Advanced Warfare, where they had Kevin Spacey as the bad guy. Oh, and it looks like him. Yeah, I don't like that. Just make an original character model. Maybe could resemble the voice actor, but if it looks exactly like them, it's like, I don't like it. Mega Man, Lego, Batman, Diablo. Don't care about Diablo 4. Street Fighter movie. Don't care. That was a really weirdly forced presentation. The whole Street Fighter movie, what's it called? Cast. That felt off. That was weird. That felt like it was just kind of like oh, we want to sponsor it, but we want to shove all the cast members of the movie in the event. All right, let's do it. It was just for money, I guarantee it. Oh yeah, there were 2 Star Wars games. The Pod Racer game, Phantom Blade Zero, Pragmata, Warlock. Yeah, that's the Dungeons and Dragons one. It's weird. Ever since like all this weird, news about Wizards of the Coast has been coming out over the last few years, I don't really have any faith in them at all. High Guard, that's basically the Titanfall / Apex combined with, what did I think it reminded me a tiny bit of Horizon. It's like Titanfall and Horizon combined, kind of. It's so weird. I kind of like it, but not enough to buy it. Fucking hate 40k. I don't hate it. There's so much 40k. Invincible versus 4 Loop. Wait. Castle, I think you lied earlier. This is the game I was talking about. It's an ad. Of course, there's an ad in front of the trailer. Of course. And it's a trailer for another game at the Game Awards. The game I was thinking of was 4 Loop. You're banned, Castle. You're mega banned. Yeah, this is the game I like. This is by the studio that J.J. Abrams runs. And the OG Left 4 Dead creator is involved in this project. Basically, you're just a clone, I guess, and you're trying to like stop whatever the hell is going on here. These are people. Something happened and everyone kind of got like frozen, turned into a statue, and you have to like reverse it somehow. That's the game I was excited for. No Law. Oh yeah. Is this gonna be a trailer every time? Okay, we're not doing this. Yeah, No Law looked okay, I guess. First Light, yeah. It's 007, Marvel Rivals. The Witness Successor, I'm assuming. Yeah, what was this called? Order of the Sinking Stars. That's pretty cool. That's just, what did they say? It was like 1,400 puzzles in the game? That's nuts. That's insane. Don't remember this one. I don't remember that one either. Neo 3. This one, I love this trailer. That one looks adorable. Don't care. Pupper! We're not going to watch any of these because it's going to take forever. Coven of the Foot Chicken. Yeah, I really did not pay attention to half of these. I just don't pay attention if it's something I'm not interested in, like, from the beginning. This, I thought, was kind of cool. And she was at the Game Awards, too. This is Mila Jovovich. She played Alice in the Resident Evil movie franchise, the main movie franchise or whatever. Grapenut's here. She's now an enemy in Hitman. That's pretty cool. I like her, like the actress. She's kind of silly. I like her a lot. This was the game that to me looked like it was. Was this the game? There was one game to me that looked like it was cyberpunk, but like not super futuristic. It was like decades before 2077, essentially. I mean, was it this game or was it the other one? The one that was up above. Oh, it might have been No Law. Oh yeah, no, not this one. This was the one that reminds me of BioShock, but like it's space horror, basically. It's like a similar art style. I think it's No Law is the one I was thinking of. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. Maybe we should have done this at the beginning. Because now that I'm like looking at all these, it's jogging my memory from yesterday. Dude, where the fuck is that? There it is. Nope. Where's... Oh, it's this one. I started it and paused it on the commercial. The chicken foot game is odd but looks cute, but it's forcing co-op partner, I feel. Oh, got it. Yeah, No Law is, it's like Cyberpunk, but it's not super futuristic. It's still like a neon futuristic city by the looks of it. But there's not like a bunch of cybernetics and all that on everyone. It looks like Cyberpunk before 2077. It's so weird. Yeah, and you have the mechs. I think the mechs are something that's in the universe of Cyberpunk, right? I think so. Yeah, see, like, all of this is, like, vaguely cyberpunk-ish, right? Yeah, it's like a sequel to Cyberpunk, but it takes place in the past. It's so weird. It's almost like CD Projekt Red licensed the franchise, or the franchise to this studio. It looks so similar. Keep going. Just finish this up. Fucking Battlefield. Is that it? That's it. Yeah, so Requiem, obviously. Resident Evil Requiem. No Law looked interesting. I like the Badger game. I like what else? What else was there? Oh, the dog game. What is it called? Why did it bring me back up here? The Last Shepherd or something like that? There it is. The Free Shepherd. So adorable. Toxic Commando. I didn't even see that in here, but it should be up somewhere. Toxic Commando, 4 Loop. I think out of all of them besides Requiem, because I will be getting Requiem day one. The one of these games that I would probably get, I think it would have to go to... I think I'm going to give it to 4 Loop. Because it's the studio founded by, or I guess run by J.J. Abrams, and the OG Left 4 Dead producer, developer, whatever you want to call it, creator, is involved in the project. So, like, I gotta go for that, right? This is just me hypothetically thinking, am I going to buy one of these games? The answer is yes for Resident Evil 6. Or 6. God, no. God, no. Not again. Resident Evil 9. Some of them have demos, I think. Did you know about Grounded? Grounded? Yes. Grounded is an established franchise that already has 2 games. Why? What about it? Also, thank you for joining. Junkyard Games. How are you doing? I am not into Grounded whatsoever. Unfortunately. Too many bugs. Too many bugs. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of like on autopilot. I know I need to go up this way. You willing to buy RE6 again? No, please no. I said I made a mistake. I corrected it. I meant 9. It's so weird. Saw Grounded as a kid. It was called Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. You didn't even say it right. You shrieked to get kids? I'm gonna ban you. Doing fine. Just set up Revanced. I'm not familiar with that. And you should consider Grounded? No, absolutely not. I will not be playing Grounded. Neither of those games. Too many bugs. I do not like bugs. It's the reason why I'm not playing Green Hell anymore. Because hell no. Let me pull out my my old revolver. Oh, Kirk's playing the Long Dark. Where the heck is Kirk then? See, if there was an arachnophobia mode for Grounded, but it applied to all the enemies, then I would play it. Because then they would just be squares and circles and whatever. Random shapes. But I'm good. Yeah, I don't like green hell in the first place. I knew it was going to be pretty rough to learn, but I just don't like this setting. Kind of makes me appreciate the long dark a little more. So we're going this way. Me thinks I'm not going to be able to map with this weather. I don't like bugs. What do you want me to do about it? To be fair, I'm playing or covering Raft on the channel. And I don't like deep oceans, but Raft isn't really a deep ocean game. If Raft 2 comes out and there's a deep ocean section, I'm gonna die on the inside. Because I do not like deep ocean. If Raft were like Subnautica, then that would be a no-go. I would never even pick up the game. No, I don't care if they look cute. They're bugs. They're still bugs. Can't stand bugs. Wilson? Is this better? Oh yeah, it's so much better. I don't like the sport bow, I think. Something about it I just don't like. I think it's this way. Maybe I should look at the map. Might have gone a little too far, but that's fine. It loops around the same way. Hey, this headwind's not helping whatsoever. I like realism. I don't want the game to be one-to-one to life. How about that? There will not be mutated radioactive enemies in Black Frost. I guarantee you. Black Frost is not Stalker. It's not going to have mutated anything. And the giant mutated enemies in games like Stalker or Fallout is an extreme exaggeration for what radiation does to animals and plants. Those are like more science fiction than anything. That doesn't really happen, I don't think. I think it's right here next to this corpse. Oh darn, we didn't get the moose. Oh well. Wait. Why do I have 17 cloth? Oh, was it maybe because of the possibility of needing a... What's it called? A snow shelter? Maybe. Oh, the vista's below. Okay. Well, we're gonna hang out in this cave over here because it's impossible to map at the moment. Yes, I agree, Junkyard. There are things that you kind of want to be more realistic than others, but you need a balance. You can't have too much realism or it just sucks the fun out of the game. Green hell is too realistic. I do not like. I think that's the big problem is they chose to make a game where the main enemies / creatures are insects, and that's a pretty common phobia.
I think I can use this.
Alright, we're gonna hang out in here then. Hopefully no wolves find me. Don't need that. Should be warm enough. I was about to say, I better have my bedroll on me. I'm good. I'm good. I'm not picking up Grounded. I don't want to buy a game that I know I'm not going to play a lot of. I already did that with Duckside, and Duckside's just kind of chilling in my library. Also, the game is very much not alive anymore. It is like a skeleton. No meat whatsoever on those bones. There's not a soul playing that game anymore, sadly. Bannock. Oh, I think it thinks I'm trying to drink the coffee tin. Can I map in this weather? Somewhat visible. Should be right here, I think. So further up. Please get over this ledge. I'm suing. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. Oh, wow. I guess it did. That reveals a lot more than you would think. Why is it revealing things behind me? Because I'm right here. Why is it revealing things up here? This is like higher in elevation. Also behind a whole ass mountain. Okay. Maybe I can make it to that cave. Let's try to get over there. I have my bedroll, right? Yeah. I have a can I don't need. We can leave Hush River now and head over to Mountain Town and work on that. So we need to check the Spruce Falls Bridge. Apparently there's a Polaroid spot there. And if it's not there, it's unfortunately in the basin, which is really not good. Because that means we gotta climb all the way down to find the Polaroid. But the pictures we gotta take, I can't remember which ones they are for Mountain Town. Since we'll be heading there in a bit, let me open the document up. Milton Credit Union on the crash plane. So we do got to go to Will's plane. Okay. Jesus Christ. Hold on, I got a phone call. I'll be right back. I'm back. Oh my god, my everything hurts. I remember now. Oh god, what game is it? What game was it, Daniel? He's still trying to remember what game he didn't like, and I'm curious to know what it is. Oh, Jesus. I got a call from the base department? No, it's from my dad. 2 people have now called it Divinity or whatever. Okay. Oh, no, you said... I'm blind. You said Definity. It's Divinity. What was wrong with it? It was just a cutscene trailer. It wasn't even gameplay. It's by the people that made Baldur's Gate, so... Well, Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know if they made the other 2. I'm assuming they did. Cattails! You're fully... No. We're not hating Daniel here. No. Yeah, it was just a cutscene. Also, didn't you say the same thing, Cal? So you're not getting out of this scot clean. You said the same thing. Also, you didn't even say the word, spell the word right. At least his says Definity. It's the closest. Well, I guess Daniel's also wrong too. I'm sorry, Castle. You both spelled it horrifically wrong. You're both banned. This is my 4th time saying your voice is elegant. Well, gosh darn, I'm gonna start selling my voice to AI so that you can have your own version of my voice. $100 up front. I'm kidding. I'm not doing that. I'm not that desperate, but thank you. I appreciate it. Alright, let's crack an ankle a couple of times here. Oh, I thought you said you hated it. Never mind. But you spelled it wrong. You somehow spelled it more wrong than Daniel. Oh no, I missed some rose hips. How could that be? Ban myself? How do I do that? Doesn't that require me to end the stream? For not paying attention? Oh, okay. Hello? Hello? Please? I hate this. Oh my god. My goodness. I don't know what that means. Better environment design? The environment design for this game is pretty good. Every region is pretty unique to compared to the others. Also, we could already see plenty of the game's design. There's like a whole ass trailer and dozens of screenshots and concept arts and all that. No, why would they show another trailer for Fallout Season 2? That already came out. They should have done something like to, you know, promote it, like maybe sponsor the event, but no, they didn't really do that. Also, there was one award for like video game adaptations. Was Fallout not on that? Was it not nominated for best video game adaptation or something like that? The fucking Last of Us 2 won that, or The Last of Us. How did that beat the Fallout show? How was Fallout not nominated for that? Or maybe I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. I might have not been paying attention. Yeah, it actually, honestly, The Last of Us winning that award was honestly really sad. I hate passing time. It's so annoying. Yeah, I don't understand how some games got nominated for best ongoing game when the game hasn't even been out for like a year or 2 years. I feel like that should be going for games like No Man's Sky or Cyberpunk or Fortnite. 1 to 2 years is not really just an ongoing game. That doesn't sound right. They really need to redefine some of these categories because some of them do not make sense. Because like, Helldivers, even Helldivers, that technically it's an ongoing game, but it hasn't been around for more than 2 years. I feel like there should be a cutoff. It has to be going into like a certain year of development of content, essentially. I think some of those games should not have qualified, in my opinion. Yeah, No Man's Sky deserved that award for sure. We need to go through the cave, right? Yes. No Fluffy, okay? Or Scruffy, or Sketchy, or whatever its name is. Castle, you were in your room watching the Game Awards by yourself. There was no need to boo at the screen. But I do agree. I would probably also boo at Todd Howard nowadays. I'm very slowly and steadily losing my respect for him. He's probably just salty that Starfield didn't win anything. I don't think Starfield won any awards. Maybe for like sound, which I think is understandable. But like, Starfield did not deserve to be nominated for anything, really. What? Doppelganger on the bus? Oh no. That's not good. You better kill that imposter next time you see him. Put him in a toaster. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Ow. Oh yeah, Doom. Yeah, I forgot Doom was nominated for a few things. Stop. Stupid alarm. I really do not feel good right now. Like, just exhausted. Tired. I'm gonna move my keyboard back more so that my arm isn't as forward onto my desk as normal. Hello? Where am I going? It's up there, but I gotta avoid the bear. We are leaving. This place sucks. It smells like a fart. It looks like a piss. Oh, Jesus Christ! That wolf made 0 sounds. Literally. Sounds non-existent until it swatted me. There might be loot in there, but I don't really care. Oh, where is that bear? I know it did indeed spawn. I just don't know where. Okay, well, there's my path right there to get home. Excuse me? Oh, hey, how's it going? Again, not a single sound. Yo, Fluffy, take me home. I'll give you treats. Clipped for hinterland to fix. That's not broken. Well, it might be broken. I don't know. I don't understand anything that happens with the wolves that don't make sense. I can't tell if it's intentional or if it's broken. I really can't tell, and that's not good. There's the bear. All I know is that the wolves were working before Broken Silence, and ever since then they've been all over the place. Interland and fixing in the same sentence. Hey, they got 2 hotfixes out within a week. But the second hotfix was to fix something that was introduced in the first hotfix, I think. Apparently improvised tools were broken for a good week. Yaroslav, welcome. How are you doing? I'm trying to fix stuff the best they can. The best they can. True. They are hella busy. Especially now that they have a concrete release date that they absolutely need to get the update out by. They need to make sure that the game is, you know, working. So it is hard for them to fix anything major. They only release another hotfix because of that one bug. The broken tools, improvised tools. Actually, I think I'm assuming it's a bug that was released with that update. Because it was a very quick follow-up. I was kind of surprised. Yes, they canceled each other out. Oh, Borb. So, technically, it's like there was no update. No, I'm kidding. Other Borb. I'm gonna grab you. Come here. Wait, could that work, actually? Probably. I actually have no idea. Could you? Oh, I've never tried that. Look at him up there, flying so gracefully. But just shot it. I wonder if that's possible. Can you shoot a flying ptarmigan? I know you can hit him with a rock midair. Does anyone here love coffee? I'm assuming you mean, yeah, you misspelled it twice. 3 times. Yes, I like coffee. I don't get the coffee love. If you don't like the taste, then you're not going to like coffee. That's all I'm going to say. If you don't like the taste, you're not going to like the drink in general, because there isn't much you can do to get rid of the taste of coffee other than adding a bunch of cream and sugar, and at that point you are just drinking water, I guess. I don't know. Okay, fine, we'll use a torch. Since I'm in here, I'll grab some coal. Oh wait, but we're not going back to
the
town
boardwalk
yet.
still smells like popcorn, and the back alley still stinks like
okay,
piss.
why is everyone misspelling it now? That's weird, because the whole point of the milk and the sugar is for the bitterness. One thing that I used to do,
Could end up being useful.
I did it once recently, that I did find helpful with getting rid of the bitterness is adding a tiny bit of butter. Because it's basically like if you're adding cream to the coffee. It does help a little bit with the bitterness. I guess maybe some people are just super sensitive to bitterness, so it makes coffee an impossibility. But yeah, like a tiny bit of butter is helpful. It makes it a little creamy, not too much, but it helps with the bitterness. Yeah, I guess you're not going to find many coffee enthusiasts in here. I like it, I'm just not an enthusiast. I just don't like, you know, what Starbucks is doing to coffee. The Starbucksification of coffee is the end of the world as we know it in terms of coffee. Excuse me. It's so bad that Futurama made an episode making fun of Starbucks essentially taking over the coffee world. Like decades later, after Starbucks swept the world, because you know the show got canceled and they got brought back. That was a good episode though. I kind of like that one. What was it called again? Planet Espresso? Yeah, that was a good one. It made you really think about the world in real life. But it was also a good episode. It has a flavor. It definitely does. But not every coffee is the same. I think you might just have really shitty coffee. Because some coffees taste like they're just like burnt. And those are no good.
This will come in handy.
What am I wearing? I'm wearing Amogus gloves. Okay. We're back in Mountain Town. Thank goodness, because HRV smell like a butt. I've said that like twice now. But it's true. It smells like a butt. There are no toilet bowls out there. What do you think it's going to smell like? Where do you think all the wolves go to the bathroom? On the floor. No, we're good. Okay, we're gonna rest here a bit, but let me see what we can do clothing-wise. Ow. Yeah, iced coffee is also a good way to kind of balance out the bitterness and the acid and all that. But like, not everyone likes iced coffee, obviously. What's the problem? Where using the bathroom anywhere? I'm just saying that there are no bathrooms in Hush River Valley, so all the wolves are just going on the bathroom all over the floor. That's why it smells like a butt. God damn it. When South Park does the coffee episode, Starbucks will fall. They already did a coffee episode making fun of Starbucks, and Starbucks is still around. They did it like 20 years ago. It was the fake coffee brand that they made up was called Harbucks. Methinks it's basically a Starbucks. You son of a biscuit. I had the craziest dream. I was in Finland, which looked like Iceland. That just raises further questions. And I'm surviving in IKEA because an IKEA in Finland, but it looks like Iceland. This is some castle level of mental gymnastics I gotta do to make sense of what I'm reading. Anyways, IKEA because I couldn't go outside because the rain was killing people, and once a while I go to Castle. I'm gonna need you to become literate so that everyone else doesn't become illiterate, please.
I could use a drink.
I mean like internet literate, not like real life literate. I don't want to believe that you're like this in real life. Anyways. By the way, IKEAs are from Sweden, I believe. Originally, there might be an IKEA in Finland. They're right next door, next to each other, so I wouldn't be surprised. But like, you made my brain hurt there, Daniel. You made my brain hurt almost as bad as Castle makes my brain hurt. Almost. I weren't sure you weren't teleported to the IKEA SCP. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe Daniel's still there as we speak. Is 100% efficient, and that's why we don't have to go to the bathroom. Actually, that's a pretty good theory. But the actual reason is because game. The devs don't want to make a game where you actually have to go to the bathroom. That's understandable. We don't want this to become what's it called? What's that one game called that I don't like? Ark, where you just shit everywhere. There's literally poop everywhere at all times because everything poops in that game, including animals and dinosaurs. And there's just plop it on the ground. I can't believe I just said that on stream. You just let the poop fly wherever it lands, and that's it. I wouldn't. If that were a toggleable option, I would turn that off in a heartbeat. No, thank you. Holy shit. Bedroll's looking a little stinky. Probably because I've been sleeping in it a lot. Congrats, Daniel. You're inside the SCP-3008. Only I'm allowed to do that, Toasty. No one follow my example of writing. That's hilarious. That's what I'm paying you for. Oh, I have too many sticks. Well, we'll just spend the rest of the day here. We need a shit command now. We do. That's what orange is for. And we're not getting commands for everything just because it comes up in conversation. I don't trust the floor over there because there's wires on the floor. I don't know if they're metal or not. Can I just sleep on this? No. Speaking of paying, read the second half. Okay. And once a while I go to, I hate you. I have, nope, where is it? Nearby stores to loot, and sometimes it would be a base. At the end, I go to the nearest airport and escape. That just sounds like Left 4 Dead. It just the second half of your story just sounds like Left 4 Dead. Ark is just survival crafting, nothing weird. Yeah, nothing weird except you poop everywhere. Wait, where did my Bannocs go? Did I already eat them all? Alright, we're risking it for a biscuit. That didn't make sense. Oh, I had some of those stupid chlorine tablets. I'm an idiot. And it must be wet, smelly shit sound. Oh god, please no. Don't make me say that again. Do you poop daily? We're gonna stop talking about poop now. Otherwise, people are going to get banned. We don't want that to happen again. I wish I could drink right now, but I took my medicine. Darn, I should have not taken my medicine so I could drink today. That was the plan yesterday. Actually, no, I don't like drinking and playing the Long Dark, especially on a save file where if I die, I don't want to lose that save. Even though that happened the other day with the interloper run, had to restart the 100-day run because of the stupid modifier rules that I had on top of it. God, I'm such an idiot. Actually, isn't there a fire barrel here? There is. Hold on. Forestry got announced. Yeah, that looks not good. I don't know how they're going to justify jumping that much. They're jumping the shark, and then they're also jumping the cyber shark. I don't know how they're going from the forest and Sons of the Forest to that. At this point, they should have just made it a different franchise entirely. Just name it something different. What the hell did I watch when they showed that trailer? I don't even know.
That should help warm things up.
Yeah, I'm like not at all excited for that game. I don't know who would. It looks horrible. It resembles nothing of the original 2. At the very least, the second one looks like the first one, just better. I haven't really played it though. See, I would play it, but like it's one of those games that I can't play by myself. I have both Forest games. I did stream the Forest a couple times back in the days, but I think I deleted those because it included a person that I no longer talk to. So those are one of the... It's among the videos that I definitely deleted. And by back in the day, I mean like 6 years ago. Hey, can we not, please? Shit, I didn't mean to boil it. That's fine. I was super excited for it. Then I saw the super future tech go straight to the dinosaur age. Are we talking about the same game here? For a second there, I thought you were talking about the Lara Croft game. The Tomb Raider game. Oh, idiot. I should make some teas. Okay. See, I don't want to speculate on things like melee combat in Black Cross because we don't even know how it's going to work. Let's let the game come out first before we talk about stuff like that. Because all we have to go off of is the fact that you can hold your melee weapon like in a normal game. We don't even know how it's going to work. I kind of don't want it to be a traditional melee system, though. But we have no idea how that's going to work. Let's just wait to see what happens. Apparently, we will get some information after Episode 5 releases. I think Raphael is itching to release more details. He did confirm that to me in a comment on a Reddit post. That he will release more info after Episode 5 drops. So, April. We'll get something, maybe. And probably not a dev diary. We'll probably get more screenshots. Maybe an article of sorts. I don't really know. I'm a little confused with the Tomb Raider timeline. Not that I care much for it. But I did play a little bit of the Tomb Raider reboot, the first one. From my understanding, that was her first adventure, technically. Because she seemed more... You know, like she wasn't used to that sort of thing, I guess. How does that fit in with the original games from back in the 90s? And does everything fit into one universe? Like, obviously, the first game takes place much later in time. And that's one of the games they're making. I guess, remaking. They're remaking the OG, which looks kind of sick, honestly. That OG, what's it called? The Atlantis one, whatever. It's that looks really cool. But from my understanding is that's much later in time. And the reboot, the first game in the reboot trilogy, was her earliest adventure, essentially. But that game, at least the first one, I don't know about the other two. I don't even remember what they're called. The first one seemed more like a Far Cry experience. Like, it definitely felt more Far Cry-y, but more grounded than Far Cry. Like, there weren't, like, forced drug trips or anything like that. That's one thing I do not like about Far Cry. Every Far Cry game has to have a forced drug trip for some dumb reason. But it definitely felt like a more grounded, more chill Far Cry game. I'm just like not too familiar with Tomb Raider. It's one of those franchises I just never got into. And it's definitely more iconic than I realized. Like, and it's been around for most of my life, basically all of my life. And I'm 30. Oh, good. Dual wielding, jump, blocking. Well, I don't think we'll be getting jump, but we'll definitely be able to climb over objects. I don't know how blocking would work when most enemies are animals. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. And dual wielding, see, that would be kind of nice, but not weapon wise. I would like dual wielding for, like, say you get the revolver in one hand and then the other you have a flashlight or a lantern. I would actually like that. That would be really cool.
I can always use more food.
Yeah, that's true. Lara Croft is the OG female video game character. Her and Metroid, her and Samus from Metroid, and Zelda from The Legend of Zelda. I think that's the original badass female video game characters. Those are the OGs right there. And Metroid just got a new game, so Samus is still kicking. Samus is no longer that one robot character from Super Smash Bros. That can jump out of her suit. She has her own game now. Samus has her own game now, a new game. Trust me, can work. But this is the thing I don't like about talking about speculating on features that we don't even know if they're going to be in the game. The Long Dark is not your standard survival game. I just don't see like a hack and slash melee system working in this game. Like say Skyrim. That's like the one example. Like swords and shields and blocking and all that. I don't see that working in this sort of game. Because, like, people are not inherently skilled at melee, right? Most people. It's not something that comes naturally. So I don't see that sort of working in this kind of survival situation. Even 1 year later. I don't see it happening. Alright, where's this Polaroid at? I need the map. So that I don't like the idea of having a standard melee system in Black Frost. I hope that's not what happens, because I just don't like the idea of it. It doesn't make sense, to be honest, from like a survival standpoint, unless you're like a character that somehow has those skills, but that's very unlikely that happens. Oh, I didn't realize you can go all the way down the river. Oh, that's cool. There's a bunch of food down there. So the Polaroid is in the car next to the bear den. Oh, fun. So these are all useless. I see the bear. I'm locked and loaded and ready to go. Caden, welcome. How you doing? But they know how to shoot a gun and how to hold it. I think that's a little... That's very different, because we live in Canada. At least on Great Bear Island, you kind of have to have a gun and know how to shoot it because of the situation I'm in right now. Wildlife. In rural places especially, you have to know how to do it. You have to know how to use a gun or a knife for survival, because you could get surrounded by wolves or a bear or whatever. But like the ability to basically do swordplay, like if you're playing Skyrim, that doesn't make sense. Or a lumpy. What? Excuse me? Oh no. Oh, so it's not here. No! Is this the right car? Yeah, it is. Fuck. So Lumpy's going down there. That is kind of unfortunate. I killed another one. That's 2. That's 2 bears I've killed in this series with the flare gun. One shot. Oh, right in the back. Well, that's another wasted bear. I know, and I agree. Blocking makes you think of the casual melee system, but it shouldn't. I think I've talked about this before. The one thing that I really hope for in Black Frost, when it comes to skills and mechanics and all that, like just in general, the core mechanics and any skill system and perks and whatever, because we know there's going to be RPG elements, so there's probably going to be a perk system. I hope that every major mechanic essentially has their own skill system to it. And as you survive longer and level it up or whatever, like you do in this game, you get better at it. So we should, like, that's my main reason why I don't like the idea of base building from scratch. Like, you could just take out a hammer and build a whole mansion made out of wood. I don't like that. I like what we have in this game. We have safe house customization, but an evolution to that could be the ability to eventually make your own structures once you've leveled up your carpenting skills or whatever you want to call it. Every skill will hopefully, this is my ideal version of how it's going to work, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. Oh, rest in peace. Is every major mechanic, you kind of start off being really bad at it, sort of like in the first game, but you build each skill by doing that mechanic or reading the skill books or whatever, or maybe like talking to an NPC and they teach you a little, like you earn some XP by learning it from an NPC. You slowly improve on everything, and so maybe dual wielding is a perk that you can unlock later. You can hold 2 hatchets instead of 1. And you can dual wield like that, but you have to spend a lot of time learning that. I think that would be the best way to implement things that maybe don't fit in the game, like the hack and slash melee system, or blocking, or I don't know. There are examples that I can't really think of for other mechanics. Cooking, for instance. You're going to be really bad at cooking things in the first place. You might even burn things more easily, or you get less calories from them. As you boost your cooking skills, you get better at it. You can cook better, like more advanced recipes, get more benefits from it. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. I don't want it to just apply to these things, because this is a very limited skill system. There are other things in the game that it doesn't have a skill to it, and it doesn't get improved really. I kind of want this essentially, but more advanced than this. We might have a perk system, so if we had a perk system on top of this, that would be great. And so like every skill and major core mechanic in the game just slowly gets improved as you play, which when you have the cheat death slash, perma-life system, it makes more sense to have those systems when you have like a character that is supposed to improve in a more RPG way, I guess, because that's what Black Frost is going to be more like, is more RPG like. You still have the permadeath option, but if we're going to have an RPG progression system for your survivor character, then I think perma-life seems a little more appealing, I guess. But I think they have alluded to there being some kind of challenge to perma-life. Like you get a temporary negative affliction that you have to overcome. Maybe it's like time-based or whatever, but that's how I hope things work. I know it's not going to be how they work, but we'll just have to wait to see. Empty. Which is fine. That's as expected. I think the whole reason why cheat death was added to this game was, Jesus, to prepare you for Black Frost. A lot of the things in the expansion are probably for that reason. That's why I had made that whole last video about it. Is I think the expansion was a sort of experiment to train the players of the first game to prepare for and get used to some of the changes that are going to come with Black Frost, such as permalife. That's one thing that I assume it's in the game for. The trader / NPCs. Again, we already know that's coming in Black Frost, so that's another example. We got to go to the plane. I realize that there is a Polaroid spawn down in that cave, which is interesting. Oh yeah, I would love the dual wielding idea. Revolver in one hand, flashlight in the other, maybe a flare, maybe a knife, something like that. I think, yeah, one weapon in one hand and then a light source in the other. That's a really cool idea. I've always wanted that in this game, but I don't know how possible that is. Because they seem to barely be able to get the animation systems to do slightly more advanced things.
This stuff will come in handy.
There's been very little animation work in the game outside of like a couple of instances in Wintermute. And then the expansion is when they first started adding custom animations, and I assume they just didn't have a whole lot of experience making like a full ass animation system that they can reuse in different places. Like they added the transmitters. That's like a whole set of animations. You know what? I'm done with rose hips. We don't need them. What else was there? The carcass harvesting? Yeah. I think that it's definitely there for a reason, and it's probably so that they can get the experience they need for Black Frost. So that they can have a more advanced animation system for Black Frost. And we can see that in the trailer. The trailer shows off some interesting, you know, character locomotion and animations and all that. So I'm intrigued to see what, like, if all the major core systems has animation set like involved. I think it's over here actually. So like, will cooking now have its own animations and all that? I don't need that. Hey, guess what? The Polaroid's not here. That's fun. That means it is... It's in the basin. Cool.
Where's the good stuff?
Random question, but you want to buy a property? I'm in Minecraft world, Toasty. No, I'm not going to buy a property in your Minecraft world. I actually was thinking... I think I'm going to set up the Minecraft server for next week. The Bedrock world. So everyone can join, PC or a console. I think what we'll do is what you're doing in your world, Daniel. We'll play in peaceful. And I would love to... should we play creative? Because I kind of want to just build like a city, essentially. Maybe not a city, like a world with the community. Everyone can build their own house. Everyone can start working on, like, you know, any other structures they want to build. If we want to build a city, that's great. I would love that. But should we do that in creative? Or should we do that in like adventure or whatever? But we do it in peaceful mode so that there's no enemies. And no hunger and all that. That's what I'm thinking. It would be really cool if we just did, like, peaceful building a city together. Or a town or whatever. We can start with the town so that we all have our home and everything. But I think it'd be really cool if we did it in like survival mode. So we have to actually go play the game, bring the materials. One person can be in charge of doing one task, and and we can move from there, building our own little town and all that. I think that'd be really cool. I did hop on to Grapenut's server, his community server, and it looks sick. I don't know if they built all that in like standard survival mode, but that looks really cool. I really like their main like hub. I think that's their main hub, the big city that I explored. They built it like within like a cherry blossom forest. It looks so cool with all the cherry blossom trees. Oh shit. Almost forgot. But yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. But without mods, because console, I don't think console can mod Minecraft, right? That's my biggest concern. So maybe we just leave it unmodded. Alright, well, this is one of the Polaroids we need. And then the other one I think is the credit union. Can't remember if I already took it. Let's check, because there's no wolves here now in this area. Right, I took 3 of those. That was kind of dumb. Yeah, we still need the credit union. Okay. Let's get back to town. I need to go to the bathroom, so we'll take a little break when I'm gone and play an ad and all that. What era should it be? We'll just figure that out as we go. We can worry about that later, but I'll set that up for next week for sure. And anyone can join. I'm not going to have a, you know, a restriction. But that does mean that we have to be Xbox friends, which is unfortunate. The unfortunate part being we have to open up the Xbox app and sign into our accounts and then friend each other on that, instead of like it being on Steam, which would be so much easier. I'm gonna ask a lot of questions when we do it. Okay. Okay, I don't need any of this. There's plenty of food in Mountain Town. Fortunately, the vista is like right here. It's the radio tower. So it's not that far, but we need to go down the stupid basin. So we gotta do that long ass rope climb. We're gonna need extra coffee for that, for sure. Ooh, I need to go to the bathroom. Kind of forgot about the sound commands for a bit. It's been a minute. Oh shit, that was a lot further than I thought. Come on, you basically just slipped down the snow. You big baby. Oh, totally forgot about the teas. They are absolutely not warm anymore. Have I told you that I have lore for your Minecraft world? Oh, no, I did not know that. No. We can make our own lore for our server world, I guess. Like, we can build a library and name it after some character in there. The lore behind our library. That'd be kind of cool. The Bill Collector Memorial. Hold on. The Bill Collector Memorial Bank. There we go. For bill collecting. Alright, bathroom time. Alright. Trying to let you have a peaceful stream. No, it's fine. No worries. No big deal. Okay. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I will be right back. Leave an ad for y'all. You can just ignore it, but let it play. I would greatly appreciate that. All right, I'll be back. I'm back. Oh boy. Oh boy. Darn, I should have played a second ad. Damn it, Castle, why don't you wait? You know the stream is muted. Well, now you're gonna have to wait, because your cooldown has been activated. And I'm too lazy to type one in for you. Hello, thank you for joining again. Thank you for not leaving. Okay. Got a LaCroix as well. My tummy hurt. I can hear them, but you can't. Oh, okay. Well. Yeah, but the whole point is that you hear them. Okay, I might need this. Sound like I'm barefoot. Am I barefoot? No. Weird. Bedtime. Do we check to see what's the special hidden item? Oh, I think it was the grape soda, wasn't it? Oh, he's freaking out because he has a sprained ankle, right? What a putty tat. Ruined soda, anyone? Oh shit, what are we doing tomorrow again? I don't remember. I think tomorrow we'll just do Resident Evil again. Just to get it out of the way. And then if we finish that tomorrow, we can do Fallout again on Sunday. I am ready for that, by the way. I have the quest. I'm actually, like, seriously debating whether if I want to delete the last VOD. Because it's just so comedically... just poorly timed and comedically timed. How the game just doesn't want to work. Or it's just bullying me. Like, the game... Fallout 76 has been bullying me for, like, the last 3 times I played. Maybe that's a sign that I should maybe stop playing that game. Fallout New Vegas 100 plus mods. No, we just did that. Not 100 plus mods, but no. Not again. No, thank you. I just want to get that out of the way. Ideally before the show, the season 2 drops. Which will be in a couple days. I want to at least start that. Because then maybe we can have a repeat of last time where, for some reason, the Fallout 76
sandpaper.
The Fallout 76 playthrough that I'm doing gets a bunch of extra views, more than normal. That's what happened last time. Oh, I'm gonna need water too. Fuck. Oh, God. I'm falling asleep here. That is true. I have way more reasons to complain about what Bungie's doing to Destiny 2 than I do with Bethesda and Fallout 76. Hey, at least the game works when it works. It just works. But actually, it does work. It actually works. I've never really had an issue running the game other than like a couple times where like the servers were like crapping out, but other than that, the game has always worked for me. You know, besides the what the hell? The odd visual bug here and there. I never had any of the other like horrific bugs that the game was known for when it came out. Okay. Gotta get rid of that meat. Actually, kind of. If I can't find a can, then we kind of need to bring that. Oh, there we go. Gonna try to travel light for this, because we don't need all of our stuff. Just drop that, I guess. Just drop all that. Oh, I need sticks. Okay. Probably don't need these at the moment. Let me eat this real quick. Need to lock in and stop complaining about Fallout. Ah, fine. But it's bullying me. It's so mean. How can I not complain about it? To be fair, the first 2 times I couldn't play the content, but that was on the PTS. And then the 3rd time I try it, it's locked behind a specific level. Which is kind of my fault because I wanted to start over a new character. But also, why are they locking story content behind a level requirement? That's so dumb. Playing Minecraft with a mod pack. Sounds like fun. I've never played a mod pack besides Cobblemon. Well, no better time to get this one than now. There we go. So we just need to get the Polaroid and map the Vista, which is... The Vista's up there, and the Polaroid, of course, is at the bottom of the basin. So dumb. Yeah, that PTS was a joke. It should not have gone live. The moment they realized it was broken, they should have immediately pulled the PTS. We should have shut the servers down. But we're ready now. I've got the character at level 30. I've got some interesting weapons that I found that kind of work for the build, because we're kind of going for a cowboy, Wild West themed character, because the new region is sort of like a desert-like area. It resembles New Vegas a bit, and New Fallout 3 somehow. It resembles both of them at the same time. And it's got like an old western bounty hunter cowboy theme to it, like the story mode. But I found a new weapon that, well, a couple weapons actually, that fit the build idea, and I have access to them now. Actually, yeah, a couple weapons for sure. But those will be fun to see if they work, because I've never used those weapons extensively, or one of the weapons. Where did Fallout 3 takes place? Capital Wasteland. It resembles it a tiny bit more because of the, like... Oh, Borb. It's sliding. It's sliding down the ice. Because of the, like, ruined landscape and, like, dead shrubbery. More than anything. Could you imagine? The long dark on the PSP when I don't think the PSP even works anymore. I had a PSP. My parents got me a PSP with, I think it was Battlefront 2. Star Wars Battlefront 2. It was the PSP version. It had a mode in it that I really, really loved. I don't know if it was part of the original or if it was part of the PSP version. where you like would take over parts of the galaxy. I think I've a vague recollection of the game mode. It wasn't even like the main game mode. I think I don't even think it was like multiplayer. Maybe the PSP didn't have multiplayer, and so they added like an alternate mode. So the Polaroid is down there in the middle of that rock. That's gonna be fun. But I remember like a mode where you had to like you have like a galaxy view map, and then you had to like take over sectors of the map. I love that. And then one of my brothers broke my PSP, so I had to return it because the game came with the PSP, and I never got to play that again. Galactic Conquest. It was in the original? Okay. Oh shit, I think I might have the original Battlefront 2 and the remake or reboot, whatever you want to call it. Maybe we could we'll look this up. Hold on. If I have it, it's going to be on Epic. By the way, Epic is currently giving away a bunch of games. Or not a bunch of games. A weekly game, but it's like a better game. Like, oh, I do a Battlefront 2 Classic. Yes! We'll have to play that one day. They're giving away like higher tier games. Each week is a new game. It's for like Christmas or whatever. Excuse me. Week 1. Hogwarts Legacy. Now, I don't much care for J.K. Rowling, nor do I care much for Harry Potter. But it's free. Technically, the moment I grabbed it, I realized, oh, if I grab it, technically the company gets money. And that means J.K. Rowling gets money. But that's Epic giving them the money, not me. It's fine. I'm not going to play it. I just have it for free now. But if you want J.K. Rowling without spending... Or J.K. Rowling... If you want Hogwarts Legacy without spending money, then go for it. Grab it. It's free for a week. You get to keep it forever, but you have to grab it within the week on Epic Games Launcher. I'm actually kind of excited. I like this week or month or whatever specifically because they do this every year where they give out like really good like AAA games. Not like the shitty ones, like the good ones, the ones that sold very well. They give away good stuff. That's why I have so many free games on Epic that are just like... These are games I would never buy, but like I might play them one day because I have them. I have the entire Arkham trilogy because of like the Epic giveaways. Trying to think what else. I have tons and tons of games that I've just gotten for free over the years because Epic is oh so generous, giving away free games. It's definitely not to motivate people to join Epic Games Launcher. What am I complaining about? I'm not complaining about anything. Look at all these oak trees. Hello. Now, how the hell do I get up this, like, rock? Oh, it's on the other side. Of course it is. Of course, why wouldn't it be? I don't really need birch, do I? Not really. Little wabbit. Come here, I want to give you a carrot. I wish you could set up carrots on the snare traps. That would be kind of cool. Awful quiet down here. I don't know if I like that. Honestly, I didn't know you could get, like, up there on this rock. Rabbits eat grains? What do you mean? Don't they also eat carrots? Don't they eat vegetables too? Please. Don't tell me my entire life has been a lie. Also not true. I've seen rabbits eat lettuce before. And fruits. But yeah, that would be kind of cool for Black Rust. Like a more expansive trap system for animals. Like a snare, you can put a piece of a vegetable or maybe a cattail on it, and it hopefully attracts a rabbit. And then like deer traps or wolf traps or whatever, that'd be kind of cool. Bear traps, literally just a bear trap. And it can trap a deer or a bear. Or a moose. Alright. If this Polaroid isn't here, I'm gonna blow my brains out in-game. Here's Polly. Oh, it's just out of the backpack? What the hell? That's not how that works.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Some good loot here. Bedroll, too. Ah, look at that view. This is a beautiful vista. Yeah, I definitely wanna... I'm gonna load up Battlefront 2. We're gonna play that mode at some point. I'm assuming it's still playable. Meese are too bulky to be killed with the bear trap. I mean, it won't kill them. It'll trap them. And then they'll starve to death if they can't escape. They prefer grain over anything. So if I give them a thing of wheat, they'll eat that. I don't know what you want to call that. A stock of wheat. I feel like I've watched rabbits in Mexico eat lettuce. They will eat lettuce too. They'll eat fruits and veggies too, for sure. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense if they eat grass and wheat and other stuff like that. Oh, Grapenut's playing Bully? Scholarship Edition? Let's go. You know what? Totally forgot about this truck. Where is that truck facing? Oh, someone just like drove it off the waterfall? Or up there next to the waterfall? What the hell? Castle, what was the name of the character that was complaining to Dan?
This will come in handy.
Or not Dan, Peter. Peter? Yeah, Peter. In that buffer memory, what was the name of that character? That's this person's car, isn't it? Or truck. They got too drunk, and so they drove right off the ledge, trying to find the road. They did find the road, it just wasn't the right one. It was a bit icy. That's my new headcanon for that truck now. I forgot what that guy's name is, but it was in the buffer memory for the gas station. There is no road up there. That does not have a road. This is the truck right there. Where is the road? There's no road here. Up, it's just the waterfall. And it's not over here because I don't think the truck would have landed there if it drove off the park area. It would have landed like maybe on the rock here or there, but no, that's my headcanon now. It's not official, but that's my headcanon. I know, it's like it landed on a big pile of snow. Like it got cushioned a little bit. Can't remember the name. Yeah, it's in one of the buffer memories with Peter Good. From the gas station. I might even have the original Star Wars Battlefront on Epic. I think that's one of the games I got. It could have rolled. Rolled from where? There's no road up there. There's no road anywhere.
It hurts. Oh, it hurts.
Oh, I've made a mistake. I've made a grave mistake. Get it? Because I'm going to die. We're going to do this. I've made a huge mistake. Totally forgot. Not level 5. Yeah, there's no road anywhere near this basin. So I don't know how that truck could have rolled from the road. That must have been a very lost driver. Also, I imagine vehicles on this island had to be built to be sturdy. Otherwise, no one would buy them. Because they have to last. No one's got money to repair shit. Unless you go to Barbara Quincy. Isn't this the series with the food poisoning counter? Right? Yeah, this is the series with the food poisoning counter. Add that to the counter. That's number 6, by the way. That's gonna go in the December comp. Somebody clip that. I am a special kind of idiot. Dude, how can I be so dumb? I think it's because, like, for some reason I believe I have level 5 cooking when I don't. And so I'm just, like, eating it without thinking for a moment. We've got to go to Paradise Meadows over here. Thank you. Yeah, when I edit the clips from this series together, I add the food poisoning counter. We're at 6 now. Two of them didn't get clipped, but like I know for sure there was 2. I had 2 of them at Transfer Pass, 1 at the airfield, 1 in the Muskeg. I think there was 1 in a prepper cache. That might have been a prepper. That might have been an Ash Cannon, because I had to go to that prepper cache, or maybe Timberwolf. But I had 1 up in that direction, and then now Mountain Town, of course. Of course.
My energy is just...
Oh, no. I think I had 2 in the Muskeg. Yeah. I had 2 in Transfer Pass, 1 in the airfield, 2 in Muskeg, because I had all that ruined dog food, and I ate 1, got food poisoning, literally forgot that that's a thing, ate another one, like, the next day after getting better, got food poisoning again. So anyways, I'm stupid. I'm very stupid. Do I still have the food poisoning? Or food poison? Yeah, antibiotic treatment has been applied. Please don't die. Okay. 5 more hours. Yeah, this is something that I kind of hope changes. I think Graphile has mentioned that there's going to be a couple of gameplay systems that will get overhauled,
What's your name
like
again?
clothing.
Big mouth prick.
Very good.
But I hope it
Sit
also
down.
applies to
Cousin,
medicine as well.
Nico. That's it, Nico. Not big mouth prick. You funny guy.
I try.
Because the idea that you could just be the food poisoning, an instance of food poisoning with 1 antibiotic dose and a night of rest, I feel like there should be more consequences. Like, I mean, the consequences are pretty grave, but it doesn't make sense. I think you should, like, have to take multiple doses over like a course of a week or whatever. And at the very least, rest a certain amount of hours per night. Something like that. I think it should be a little more in-depth than just take pills, go to bed. For sure. Oh, there's a window there. That was weird. That's something I'm hoping for. Just forgot. I don't have cooking level 5. Yeah. See what I mean? It's easy to forget that you don't have it. Hey, guess who already rested 10 hours and has to wait the rest of the night? This idiot. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm gonna lose my mind. Why do I have cabin fever? Why do I not have Settled Mind on? Oh my god, good thing it just started too. So apparently all the time I spent in Hush River Valley amounted to no time outdoors whatsoever. I just spent like 4 whole ass days in Hush River Valley. Not a single hour of that counteracted the cabin fever marker amount, whatever you want to call it. This fucking bullshit again. This is how the Interloper series had to restart. Because of the stupid cabin fever and me running out of food. Or health. Because I couldn't counteract the cabin fever in any way to survive. I am on Voyager, so it's not that bad. I just fucking despise cabin fever. The good thing is I did learn you can just disable it through custom game settings. So I will be doing that from now on. No matter what I'm playing. I guess Misery can't really do that because it's Misery, but I'm probably never playing Misery again, so it doesn't matter. I got the achievement, that's all I needed. And plus the cabin fever just hit, so like hopefully it's cleared by now. But I don't really know. No. 23%. That's fine. We're fully rested. I just need the water and that's it. I think there's a fire barrel here, so let me. Oh, but I don't have a cooking pot though. I can make some water in there. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, right. We're in Milton. We don't need water. Although I do need this weather to clear up before I can map the vista. You're cursed. I've never gotten cabin fever on Voyager ever. I see. I don't like the way it works. It's so poorly implemented. I think if they just updated it to make sense, then it wouldn't be as bad. But the way it's implemented is so annoying, and it just doesn't make sense at all. Misery, but I thought of it just today just for you. Well, put that thought away then. I don't want it. No, you can't get cabin fever in Pilgrim. You can get it on Voyager. I just was under the assumption that I grabbed Settled Mind. But apparently I'm an idiot and a half. Oh, we got cabin fever in Milton again. That takes me back to the Misery series. Where I got cabin fever in the middle of the night in Milton during an aurora. That was actual hell. That was so bad. It nearly ended the run. But we pulled through and got the achievement eventually. That reminds me. Escape from Duck Off is $18. It's on sale. I'm gonna put it on my wish list. Oh, why are you not muted? It looks so adorable. I want it. Putting it on my wish list. Duckling community wrap? What? Ducklings? No, we have to protect the ducklings. Also, the lore from Escape from Duck Off is interesting because apparently it's like the world is like dying or something like that, and you have to like survive. I don't know. Like some of the ducks escaped the world on the ship, but others didn't. I think you're one of the ones that got left behind. Also, the world in Escape from Duck Off is shaped like an egg, which I think is adorable. Can't do much here until the weather clears, so we're just gonna chill. Alright. Can we get a nice sunny day? Oh, I need water. Kind of like DayZ? No, nothing like DayZ. It's more like Escape from Tarkov. But it's PvE extraction, not PvP, because who the fuck wants to play PvP? Not me. No, sir. That's the reason why I don't want to play Arc Raiders, because, like, I don't care for PvP. Even though it's a PvEVP or PvPvE extraction game. I just don't like the PvP part. Nor do I desire to play it.
I could use this.
It does look cool though. It's like it's basically like I'm thinking of Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders is basically like Escape from Tarkov fused with Horizon. Giant mech robots and whatnot. I don't know. Kind of cool, but not for me. You don't take settled kind after we yell at you. What? I'm having a stroke reading this. We yell at you to do it. You just go, no, I'm know what I'm doing. Or Zach said, take these. Castle, this might have been the most amount of gray cells I've ever lost in my life. Brain cells. I combined gray cells and brain matter. First of all, this is not Interloper. For Interloper, I'm following Zach's recommendations, which are not these. Snowwalker and Cold Fusion. Second, shut up. I thought I took Subtle Mind for this, but I guess not. PvP just brings out the worst in people. I agree. Alara, thank you for joining, by the way. How are you doing? Ah, that's the pure castle we're missing. Yep. This might be clear enough, and we can probably do this now. Oh, I don't have any freaking charcoal. I put it all away. Okay, after this, we are heading to... We still got to do Bleak Inlet, Mystery Lake, Black Rock, Coastal Highway, and Desolation Point. So Bleak Inlet it is. We have to go back to that hellhole. I think we'll enter from what's it called? Words? From the ravine, so I need to find a rope. Doing well, thanks. Yourself? I'm doing okay. It's a bit of a rough week, but I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. Oh jeez. Let me do this real quick. Maybe the sky will clear. I'm gonna say Black Rock for last. So I think what we're gonna do is Bleak Inlet, then Coastal, then Desolation Point, then Black Rock, and then we finish things off with Mystery Lake, and that should be all the regions. Hopefully. Doesn't look any clearer, but let's give it a shot. Looking as top 2 scariest zones in the game. It's pretty scary. I agree. Yeah, so Black Rock will be the second last region. The last will be Mystery Lake because we're ending the challenge there, so I might as well just wait till the end to finish that one. I think I already got one of the Polaroids for that, or the screenshots. I don't remember. Oh, I've got the 2 screenshots for Mystery Lake. We just need to find the Polaroids, I think. Oh, jeez. Trying to think. Where can we find a rope? Like between here and the ravine. Obviously, there's the ravine rope, but like sometimes it isn't there. It's not
I ever
guaranteed.
tell you about the time Keith and I made
Oh
fireworks?
my goodness.
Now, I didn't know shit about chemistry, but Keith figured gasoline burns, doesn't it? Third-degree burns on 95% of his body. Man, people in the next city over were calling to complain about the smell of burning skin.
That's hilarious. I love that one. Please work. Yay! Weird that I'm not getting the sound, but it technically worked. Oh, there it is. Weird. The first half of it got cut off. Alright, we're done here. We can leave. Oh, let me confirm. One, two. Okay, we're done here. And then, does have Polaroid for Mountain Town? Oh, Milton, I mean. I think the easiest way to figure that out is if we go to Mystery Lake. We do not. No, so we need to find both Polaroids for that region still. Dirty Families ain't bad. No, they're bad. I need to find a bunch of marine flares before we can go to Bleak Inlet. Did you not see what they did to me the last time we came across them? They fucked my shit up. Also, we learned that you can't use marine flares against them anymore. They must have patched that a while ago. Because it's been a while since I've been able to use one successfully. Which is really annoying. It was doable before. You could just bully them with a regular flare. But I guess they patched that a while ago. Can't do it anymore. You miss Ellis. You could always just play Ellis yourself. Do you not have Left 4 Dead 2? Oh wait, yeah, it might not even be available on PlayStation. Because it's on Xbox because backwards compatibility. Let me grab some water. Yeah, if it's not available on PlayStation 4, then I can't imagine it being on 5. But you'll have your Steam Deck shortly. So you can play Left 4 Dead on that. Left 4 Dead 2. I would just recommend getting 2 because 1 is kind of like bare bones from what I remember. Like there's only like 6 primary weapons. There's no melee weapons. It's very bare bones. Get 2. That's what I would recommend grabbing. I don't have time looking for food. We'll just... Oh, did I already loot the gas station? I might have. Oh, you missed Kirk's. Ellis, got it. Yeah, Kirk's not here, but he was... It does show him on... He's playing right now. Let's not dox my friends, even though I do that all the time. Yeah, he's playing survival mode right now. It would be weird if I saw him playing in Wintermute, but whatever. Yo, can I get some fucking food, please? What's your fire starter skill at? I think mine is at 2, almost 3. At the moment. Ow, my arm. I usually just carry a book, like at least one book, to burn, which at the moment, ironically, is the fire starting book, but we're just gonna burn it. Doesn't really matter. I'm not spending time reading books in this series because I don't really care for it. At least one accelerant. It's usually for an emergency, almost exclusively for emergencies, and then some sticks, which I still need to grab some. Oh, there's another house here. And coal. Coal is the best fuel source, so... it's the most efficient. So coal is like my primary fuel source.
This stuff will come in handy.
I can carry it. I can use it to get through the caves. Ooh! No. Agua. Yeah, the accelerant and book combo is definitely useful against like cougars and timberwolves. And bear, I guess, technically. And moose. Basically anything that attacks you. Because the campfire, for some reason, is the only thing in the game that deters all animals. Even cougars and bears. Like, they don't want to get near it. But, like, a torch and a flashlight, they just don't seem to care about. Which is odd. And again, I kind of wish the flashlight made a little more lore sense. Because in the second episode, it tells you that they're afraid of the lights. The wolves are. But the wolves are really not that scared of the light on your flashlight. They get spooked by the street lights that are freaking out during the aurora, but that's about it. But they theoretically should run away if you point the flashlight at them, but they don't. I don't know why. Is that true? According to Misery Toasty? I don't recall. Oh, yeah. I think I confirmed it. It was in an Interloper video. Interloper, but I think it was Volume 3, Part 2? The ending. I think definitely one of my favorite videos in that series. I should probably make one more. Because I know I was going to end it. I still have the save file for that too. But I learned that you can light a fire and use the fire to keep the timberwolves away. Despite including Aurora timberwolves. And the torches still break their morale. So you can just chuck in a bunch of fire into your fireplace. Just pull torches out like crazy, chuck it at the Aurora wolves or timberwolves or whatever. And eventually it'll break their bar. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. There's new people here and you're squishing and squashing all over the place. Why? Charles Ghost, welcome. How are you doing? Didn't you have to turn the bright feature? Yeah, there's the bright feature, but even that doesn't work. The high beam. Which also... What? Do flashlights have high beam features normally? I feel like that's just a because game moment mechanic there. I got the hiccups, sorry. That does not sound realistic at all. Unless there's like a special type of flashlight that does have that. There we go. But yeah, it does keep them away from you for a moment, but they just kind of like stop moving. They keep them from charging. That's it. They don't scare the wolves like they should. I'm sorry in advance. There's plenty of other commands, and you have to use the worst one. Apology not accepted. Yeah, you drain the battery faster that way. Alright, I think I got plenty of water, right? Yeah, we've got to go. We got plenty of water. Oops. Flashlight heard we were talking shit about it, and it decided to see what was going on. My first death in survival was to Aurora Timberwolves and HRV, and it had the flashlight. Yeah, it doesn't seem to work, really. At least not as advertised, according to Winter Me Episode 2. I do believe that with the streetlights and all that, they definitely are scared of. Like, I noticed during Auroras in the coastal town site, it's usually wolf-free because they're like spooked by the lights, I guess. The sparking. Ever since they added the sparking effect, I think I've definitely seen way less wolves in the town site. It's probably one of the safest places to be during an aurora when you're outside. Is the town site. Yeah, I've been here. I think I grabbed all the snackies. For sure. There we go. This should be fine. Although I've already gone through Mystery Lake a couple times now, so I should bring extra food. as much as I can. Now that I think about it.
Something's gotta go.
Alright, Lantern, you've got to go. I think that's about it. No. Missed this.
I think I can use this.
Werewolves are just werewolves. That is basically true. We've got too many of these. Too many stims. You're telling me that if you were a wolf with no knowledge of tech, a big, tall thing that makes very loud cracking noises that also burns you, and you wouldn't be scared? Yeah, wolves do be acting weird for sure. They are braver than they should be. Wolves are just puppers. Why am I carrying these arrowheads? I don't know why I'm doing the things I do. Nah, I have torches. The only reason I see having a lantern would be to light the way through caves. But we have torches, that's fine. I definitely need to keep an eye out for marine flares, though. Because we're going to need more of those.
Should be good to drink.
God damn it, I grabbed all that water for no reason. There was a bunch here. Metal is just domesticated ore. Next thing you'll tell me is that this log here is domesticated trees. Oh wait, it is. Oh shit.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Domesticated ore. That's hilarious. No, actually, the paper is domesticated trees.
Excellent.
Ever since Beard Echoes, they've been mind broken like worse than me. Yeah, that's true. I have noticed a really strange change in behaviors with the wolves ever since they added the poison wolves. But again, I've now learned the poison wolves are broken intentionally. They're supposed to be unpredictable. But I don't like that about the poison wolves. It just makes them a shoot on sight type enemy. Okay, we are over encumbered. Gotta not be over encumbered, or we can't leave. Words. Forgot what I was gonna say. We'll just wait till bored, obviously. Oh, cabin fever, you better not come back, you bitch. Yeah, but like even regular wolves are like buggy as hell. They don't behave like they did before. They make... Normally they would path away from you when you scare them. They would turn around in a random direction away from you. Sometimes they just run straight for you, making it look like it's a charge. And then they also pair that up with lack of sound effects to note that they're scared. Half the time they don't even make a noise to tell me that I'm scared, I'm going to run away now. Half the time it's them running at you without making a single noise. And I'm just wasting bullets because I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea if it's charging or if it's running away. I think if they just fix the lack of the sounds, then that'd be great. Like, I missed it when it always played, like, the whimper sound. Like, they're scared, they're running away with their tail tucked between their legs. That, I wish, would happen every time. But it doesn't anymore. Not sure why. Light bulbs are just domesticated fire. The ones with tungsten filaments. Electricity is just just a wild card, not domesticated. Yeah, you can't domesticate electricity, but you can cage it. What else? Bricks are domesticated rocks. No, well, not domesticated rock, domesticated clay. But close. Oh, we are dropping that dog food. It's domesticated electrons. Yeah, there we go. There we go, that makes sense. Bullets are just domesticated arrows. And you could say that arrows are already domesticated version of something else, but like, you can't tame an arrow. The arrow tames you. We've got to drop something. Drop this. Drop this. Or, I guess, eat that. No, clay's just rocks. Technically not true. Clay's just rocks in their teenage rebellious years. The geologist in me technically says not true, but that's fine. Alright, we're leaving. God damn it, Joanne. You're an electrochemist, so you're basically just a rancher. That's hilarious. Clay is basically sediment with enough moisture to, you know, create a somewhat solid state, but it's very easily shaped. So it's technically not a rock. When it's dried, then you could say it's a rock, but oh yeah, mudstone is a thing, so. Or claystone. So if you dried it, it would be a rock, but in its normal clay form, it's not a rock. But I'm talking more on technicalities. I'm just a rock nerd, basically. That's all I am.
Thank goodness.
Can I not drink? Oh, because it's ruined. Interesting. You can't drink when you pick it up like that. Also, maybe you should just drop some water. Here's a thought. You're carrying 7.5 kilograms of water. I guess I could bring it with. Because there's not much that I need at this point. I doubt there's a marine player in those. The chances will be very slim. Let's just go. Alright, if we can get to camp office. Hello, Borbs. Hello. And the stream that'd be great. Because then we can continue from there. And start working on Bleak Inlet the next stream. Oh, jeez. Yes, police. I would like to report a murder. Murder in Milton Park. You know, there's supposed to be an apple tree down there somewhere. According to the lore. If I had to guess, it was from over here because the picnic area. But it would only be like an infant tree. It wouldn't have apples on it yet. It'd be like less than 10 years old. But I don't think Hinterland would actually like put the time and effort to put an apple tree down there. There are apple trees in the game. It's the ones that are on Molly's ranch. Farm, not a ranch. But I don't think they would actually take the time to put that down there. And I'm only assuming there's an apple tree down there because forgot her name. That's embarrassing. And Anika, there we go. Anika Longmire, in one of her buffer memories, she eats an apple core in the park area up there and throws it down into the basin. So from there, it's possible that the core could turn into an apple tree if it got buried in soil, but it's very much impossible. Taxi for the report. There could be an apple tree down there, but more likely there isn't. That one bird was chill. Yeah, I didn't really care. Geology's so effing cool. I'm glad that you agree. Mineral chemistry is super complex and absolutely fascinating. It's just like happens. Yeah, I was gonna be a geologist, but I ended up pivoting to game dev before deciding to drop out. I guess I almost dropped out of college and learned about the game dev program, and here I am now. The one, yeah, mineral, I can't remember the term for it, but I was more interested in minerals and studying them. There's a specific term for it. But basically looking at minerals under a microscope. That's something that I learned I really enjoyed when I was in the geology program. So that was like potentially what I was going to become, whatever you would call that specific role. I don't remember what it's called. There's a specific term for that. The study of minerals under a microscope. Or rocks and minerals, because you could also look at a rock. Yeah, that was a very fun day for sure, when we got to go to a lab and learn all about like rocks and minerals, but under a microscope, and learning how like it's a great way to find like microscopic traces of certain elements and minerals and impurities in a sample. It was really cool, and that fascinated me the most. Okay, that one is quieter. I gotta fix that. The problem is that it's so loud. Which one is that one? My cousin? Let me turn that one up. It is a bit quiet. I love it, but we can't use it too often. That's why there's a 5-minute cooldown. I ended up reading quite a few geology papers for work because of a lot of the chemistry is surprisingly relevant to this field. Yeah. Yeah, geology requires a lot of chemistry and physics and math, and the physics and math part is what I did not like. I did enjoy chemistry though. I'm gonna be a software engineer before I switch to nuclear. Ooh, nice. That's cool. You're not the first person in here that's joined my chat that is in the nuclear, I'm assuming energy, the nuclear energy sector. There is another person, and I think he was a moderator. I'm not sure if he's still a moderator. Became a regular. Oh, what am I doing? That was a nuclear power plant supervisor, I believe. And he would watch my streams while at work. Basically pulling a Homer Simpson. Basically. What techniques did they use? I don't remember. It's been a good 7-8 years since I last did that. Didn't realize I'd be getting the Long Dark Flora lore. Yep. That happens. Every so often we talk about lore during the streams. It just happens naturally. Spicy rock scientists. Yep. Spicy rocks are actually lava or magma. Pick your poison. Or spice. You're a plant operator? Got it. Yeah, I'm not sure what Eternal Rose's role was, but I think it was like a supervisor or operator, whatever you want to call it, something like that. Okay. You know what? If we can't beat the Timberwolves with the marine flares, we'll just use regular flares to keep them away from me. If we don't have another option. Or I could just start blasting. I might take extra bullets with me if I can find them. Because now that I know regular flares don't work against them, it'll keep them away, but it won't scare them like it used to. It might just be an insta shoot on sight type animal from now on. Timbies. Now, why is that deer running away? Weird. The amount of times I've had to explain to people that the coolant towers aren't chimneys is insanity. Yeah, you'd think people would know, but thanks to The Simpsons, our perspective on nuclear energy and nuclear power plants is heavily skewed towards the negative, or misinformation even. It's very unfortunate. Hey Max, how's it going? Having a bad day, I see. Yep. That's unfortunate. So anyways, I just started blasting. I'm gonna have to do that when I go to Big Inlet and Black Rock. Cell phone rings, pick up. Hello, cousin. See, I wanted to find that, but I just can't. I can't find a clean version of that. Of Roman calling you and asking if you want to go bowling.
You look like shit.
But I really do not want to re-download the game just to try to get that dial. Actually, I can't. I can't even do that in my main save file because Roman is fucking dead. Spoiler alert for a... How old is that game? 15-year-old game? Something like that? More than? There's an ending where Roman dies, but we don't really know which ending is canon. It's never mentioned. So in my save file, I can't even load it up to see if Roman will call me. Can't do that. He's fucking dead. He's deader than Max back there. And Max is cold and frozen to the ground. 2008, so... Oh shit, 17 years. Fuck. I wonder if they'll do a remaster of that. Because that'll be out in... If they do a 20-year remaster, that would be 2028. The next generation of consoles will be out by then. That would actually be a really smart way to get more people into playing an older GTA. That's still kind of new. Remastering GTA 4, include all the DLC, do a visual upgrade. I don't know. Microtransact? I hope not. God, no. No, actually, if they do a remaster, they won't include the multiplayer. Because they did the Red Dead Redemption 1 remaster. It didn't come with... It came with Undead Nightmare. It did not come with online at all. Which is really unfortunate, because I really wanted to play the Undead Nightmares, like, zombies mode. I thought that would have been fun. But they didn't include that. Yeah, I could easily see them announcing a GTA 4 remaster a couple years after GTA 5 or 6 has come out. That would be pretty cool. First ever full open world map style on 360. Like GTA game, I'm assuming. It definitely wasn't the first open world game on the 360. They just built a nuclear reactor in my state recently. It was a damn ordeal getting that thing online, but they finally finished it. Oh, cool. Very soon on the channel, I'll have a video out. It's going to be called the history of the Far Territory, like a revision of the previous version of that. And it will involve a lot of history regarding the zone of contamination and nuclear energy, so maybe that part of the video will be up your alley. You might like that. I thought those were gold nuggets. Oh, we didn't need food. Look at all the food here. Holy shit. Oh, those are from the muskeg. Those are the culprits of my food poisonings. Okay. So we didn't need to bring these with the food, but that's fine. Totally forgot. We're on Voyager. There's like an assload of food in the game. But yeah, you might like that video. At least part of it. The part where we talk about uranium mining, and I did go through and look through the history of uranium mining in Canadian history in real life, as well as the start of the nuclear energy sector in Canadian history. That video is going to rely a lot on real life history because we don't have actual in-game history for some of the regions or events and stuff like that. Okay, we need flares. We don't need all this coal. I honestly don't know why I brought those. They go in here. But anyways, I think that's going to be it for the stream. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Ooh, we are not... Oh, I need more of those for sure. More of those. Anyways, yeah, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. Hold on. Let's double check. We don't need... So the rope is 5 kilograms, right? Yeah. But yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure you leave a like on the live stream. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't already. If you're on mobile, go leave a hype on any of the videos. It's really beneficial to the channel, actually. Surprisingly beneficial. And go catch up on any lore videos. You've got about... Oh, shit. How much longer? Is it still... It's still 4 months. Oh, when we got the teaser, it was 4.5 months, I think. You have 4 months to catch up on lore videos. There's 88 of them, technically, plus, like, any non-lore or, like, news videos. Go watch them. You got the Black Frost videos as well. Trying to save here. And then the Raft lore series as well. I would greatly appreciate if it gave that a try. I'll have a new one of those out. I think tomorrow, Sunday will probably be the earliest it'll come out. That'll come out for everyone. That's not a members exclusive video because I'm not doing that for the lore videos. All right. I will see you tomorrow for more Resident Evil 1 randomizer. But if you want more of the Long Dark, you can stop by on Tuesday. We usually do it on Tuesdays and Fridays. Sometimes Saturdays. It just depends on what else I'm playing. But I'll see you tomorrow or for more of the Long Dark on Tuesday. Bye, everyone. Have a good night. Bye.